Today's video is how to use your logic when manifesting. I will give you my view on it and a few tips, so stay tuned until the end of the video. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabine. I am a manifesting coach. If you'd like to work with me or take advantage of one of the resources that I have designed for you, please feel free to consult my website on Zennumerostar.com. Alternatively, all the links are in the description box down below. So today the topic is how to use your logic when manifesting. As you know, if you've watched my first video, I used to work for years as a team leader abroad. Abroad for me would be outside of France. I did face challenges on a regular basis, but if you let yourself getting engulfed in issues, you can't see the wood for the trees. So I quickly developed an assertive, analytical, problem-solving mind, and I tapped into that skill almost on a daily basis back then. But when I started manifesting consciously, I found out that a lot of transferable skills, as I call them, I had developed while in team management were super helpful when manifesting. That came as a surprise to me, to be honest, because for some reasons I was expecting the manifesting community to be all about spiritual stuff and not so much about being grounded and logical. But truth be told, I am seeing a lot of common characteristics between management and manifesting. This is because when you want to manage a team of people, you need to become a version of yourself who is assertive, who knows how to motivate, how to be empathetic, how to assess situations. You also need to be fair. You need to make decisions and refrain from changing them every single day not to disrupt the team's dynamic and balance. You need to be patient and show composure under any circumstances. When I went through the redundancy period with my team and colleagues, I had to show a brave face despite having the same worries about my future. Now that I am fully absorbed in manifesting, so much so in fact that it is my work and I love coaching my clients into transforming their lives, I do tend to give tips from the time when I was a team leader, which is quite funny for me actually. And the one thing I wanted to tell you about today is how I used to get out of problems at work and have a win-win situation. Or did I mention that I was in sales and also in customer service? That gives you an idea of the amount of challenges I was facing on a daily basis. So I'm going to give you an example because I want to illustrate the notion I have developed in this video. So a habitual situation would be one of the customers hadn't received their medical devices and wouldn't be able to perform surgery the following day. I was told about the situation and I was asked for help. Good. That's the background. So here is my methodology. Number one, I was looking at the situation from a distance, meaning without getting emotionally involved, and I would ask questions to have a clear picture of the situation. For instance, their location in case another hospital would be able to help, or if they were located near a large city where we had taxi services on file, or whatever the case may be. With the information I was given, I would start going through the different possibilities from the quickest and easiest until I had run out of possibilities. Number three, once I had decided on an action plan, I was coordinating the solution and if needed, I was calling the customer. Now, I didn't dwell on the incident. I didn't worry about my solution working out or not, because I was convinced that I had done the best with the info I had and with the resources I had. In other words, worrying about it would have made no sense at all because I couldn't physically deliver the goods to the customer myself. I had made it clear that it had to happen, and as far as I was concerned, there was nothing else to do on my part. Job done, next. Now, what can you reproduce on a manifesting level? Number one, Whenever you face a challenge, let it be a difficult situation with your specific person or at work and so on, take a step back and look at the situation for what it is, a temporary hurdle in your life. Your whole life is not going to evolve around that incident or that situation. Take a deep breath and rise above the situation for now, trying to be as emotionally detached as possible, as if you were told about the situation, but it wasn't affecting you. The thing is, the minute you take it personally and involve yourself emotionally in the situation, the more time it will take for you to be cool and collected as you make a decision. The only exception with this rule is that if it is overwhelming for you, by all means do express your emotions and do never repress them. But don't dwell on them forever because you want to clean your energy and release tension. You do not want to be comfortable in that emotion either. What I do when that happens is that I give myself a deadline, which would be a trick from my work life as well. So for instance, if I couldn't step back right away because it had an impact on me right away, like it was triggering a strong emotion, I accept my emotion right away, obviously, but I tell myself, okay, that sucks and I hate it. I have the right to feel bad because this was unacceptable, so I'm going to release that garbage out of my system, and once I'm done, I will make the best decision for myself to change my reality to one of my preference. When I do that, I am signaling to my brain that there's no point in getting comfortable in misery because although it is perfectly okay and recommended for a short while to express my emotions, my future, as we call it, will not get better if I remain in that energy forever. I have a job to do, and that job is to adjust my energy to my benefit. You are the boss of your life, so you need to act like one. 2. Make a decision on what you want to be happening. Basically, plan where your focus needs to be going so that you change your reality. Never consider how to change your environment up front because that would be highly inefficient. Between you and me, it took me a while to be productive in manifesting, but when I understood that efficiency meant that I needed to be clear on where my focus was going, brilliant. The third step, if you recall, was for me to coordinate and move on to something else, knowing I had done the best I could with the resources I had, and never to question my decision or worry about the delivery or the success because it was another team who had to organize physical delivery. And if I hadn't trusted them, my life would have been seriously complicated. But each team had a job to do and I had mine to perform. In manifestation, the same scenario applies. You do your job, which is to be clear about what you want, get your energy right, and know that delivery is happening in the background without you having to micromanage the whole delivery process. I dare insisting on that point. At work as well as in manifesting, micromanaging has always been a very, very bad idea. But you do not need to be experienced in management in order for you to have transferable skills, because you do have in your line of work or even in life in general, maybe you are a good listener or a good communicator, you know how to uplift people's moods, maybe you know you can smile. Did you know that a smile on the phone can be heard by the other person? It is because when you are able to smile and communicate that energy, guess how easy for you it is to activate the right type of energy. For me, knowing that I could use my skills from work to work in my favor in manifesting was a clear breakthrough, so I hope it can help you as well. And this was the video for today. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, happy manifesting!